Hey everybody. My name's Audrey Rose Goldfarb. I can't see anybody. These are some words about me. I'm like a total fitness nut. I have a really cool daughter named Violet and the best dog in the world named Peaches. I'm an artist. You'll see a lot of my stuff tonight. And I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. I also make up new uses for words and phrases. These are some of my favorite ones. I'm going to use a lot of them tonight. The thing I wanted to ignite a conversation about is called the Gatekeeper Phenomenon. And I have a lot of big words to describe it. It is the socialized cognitive dissonance associated with the trivialization and commodification of sex. What is that? Well, cognitive dissonance is when our action is not aligned with our belief. So socialized cognitive dissonance is when a socialized behavior is not aligned with our innate, drives. So this happens a lot in this day and age. Technology has been going, really fast, and our biological developments are pretty slow. Who's the gatekeeper? Women are the gatekeepers. Sperm is it's pretty easy to come by. Okay, good. I'm glad you're laughing. This is rooted in evolutionary psychology. Trivialization of sex is from proliferation of cheap and easy-to-use contraception. It sort of started in the 70s when it got really easy to have sex. Commodification of sex has been happening for a long time, but it has been technologically bastardized with advertising. You just got to be careful what you're advertising. This is my old zip code. I'm all for 97214. But one day, my daughter came home with the word Gap across her butt, and that was not okay. I told her dad, her butt is not a billboard. Definitely not. So this guy, beer, he can advertise that all he wants. That's cool. So what's the problem? It turns out, I'll cite the study on my blog. Women's happiness has been declining for decades, around since the 70s, while men's has been going up. Why does that happen? I don't know. And how does this affect you? Well, women need to have each other's back. And we need to help our prefrontal peers, these people that haven't had that frontal lobe development. And also, anybody that wants to supersede these drives with their own beliefs, needs to be aware of them. So, sex is not just for breeders. It's also a great social adhesive. I'm all for it. Everybody, go for it. But everything's not about sex, and I don't want to just talk about sex. I want to talk about life. Sex happens to ignite life. I also like to know, what's happening, increase awareness, success by adaptation, honing our social intelligence. What's the next slide? Oh yeah, and scale. When it comes to big problems, size matters. We can accomplish huge things if we work in the things that we can have an effect at. Like exercising, we do this every day, we get fit. It's incredible. We consider our life trajectories. Surround ourselves with people that are doing the things that are going to go in a parallel direction to where we want to be. Use that steering power. Compartmentalization. Compartmentalization is one of my favorite words. It's for relationships, We wouldn't want one of our relationships to take away from all the other ones. Got to celebrate diversity, We all bring something to the table. I want a feast. Steering power is something that we do to harvest luck. It's the way that we prepare ourselves for opportunities and setbacks. And one of the things that I've been doing with my steering power, besides finagle my way into the Portland Marathon, woohoo, and get my Boston qualifier, is have a video guy follow me around for a month. I had this weird vision of a reality show about Portland. So I had this insane guy follow me around to fashion shows and comedy shows and live music and all kinds of shit. And yeah, you see, we got into all kinds of chaos. And the guy, totally bonkers. Part of the story ends up being the way that we destroyed his relationship. And it's just tragic. It's called Odd Reality. It's premiering October 1st at the Academy Theater in Portland. I'm super stoked about it. I'm like having to learn editing right now. It's like scary, scary, scary. And this is the end for me. If you want to stay in shape, if you want some art, and oh yeah, photographer, I like to shoot pictures. Get in touch. Thanks, everybody.